amount of players so far. So to see people in Yushan Ruins, at least starting out at Yushan Ruins, has been a little bit of a surprise here as we're about to get ready here. But one of the first and few and only for CDY. See if we're going to get ready to lock this in. Can we get a different perspective on this first game here, knowing that we have two different characters that we haven't seen in this meta in a while here, as we're going to see Xgen immediately get pushed by Frostabus here. Frostabus immediately getting a little aggressive off the top here. Beautiful parry to connect it off of Xgen here. Nice little bit of return on each side here. Xgen trying to see if he can get the freeze, maybe for a quick fake, but does it with the heals. Same thing with Frost here. Might be able to have that opportunity, but no. Ends up missing the dodge, which actually causes Frostabus dearly his shield, as now he's going to try to see if maybe he can rotate this off. Trying to see if maybe he can go for the fake, but it's not. He's phasing through Xgen here. Xgen getting connected, though, by Frostabus from those dual halberds here, but it looks like it's not connecting here. Frostabus might be losing out here on this defense, as it looks like Xgen is going to connect on them. Goes for the switch, goes around, spins him in a circle like a Beyblade, and says, see you later, buddy.
Taking him out there for the first life. Jail's AES, though, up against Pace here. With everything coming out, Pace has ult already. He's looking to try to get back to his katana. I know how he's good and how swell he is with it, but he's getting caught into a pitter-patter by AES, putting him further away, trying to look for the charged RMB if he can. And while Pace is looking to try to back off here while the heals are going to be proc, he releases that blue focus in front of AES, dealing a massive amount of damage. Now, AES, he's trying to be offensive with it. He gets his stuff into that stanchion. There's the rising cloud. And as Pace looks to try to avoid the stagger, he still gets caught into it. His F1 is available, and having to get caught into another stagger like that, having to force another F ability to be invested into, AS will look for this chance to look for a heal back, as Pace looks to just bait him out here for a quick stagger. If he's looking for a scale rush, now would be the time. But while Pace is going towards and through the Serpent's Pass, we still have other players nearby, and this is going to be a chance for that bell to get rung here, Dobby. Or, of course, if anyone is going to be careful about it, it is up to these players, because Pace, you know, he's been one of these top contenders inside of the Pro League, and for him to come through into these LCQs like this is now for him a chance to come out and shine above the rest. But Pace is putting the pressure off of AS. Pitter-patter not coming out here. No parry opportunity coming through. Beacon drop going to be coming from AS. And as you can see, Pace is getting himself caught into the wind wheel of the R&B swirls. Gets straight towards the beacon as AS is successful. Of course, Pace having to back off here, can't deal with that amount of pressure here. You're going to see AS trying to go for some resets with these baby heals. And for him, it's going to take a long time, around 10 seconds worth for himself inside mech form, and just getting all his armor and all his health back. And while Pace is keeping the pressure here, no one is here to contest this fight. It's only between these two. Pace looking to try to keep himself close guarded here, gets avoidance of the first cannon shot, gets caught into the second one. AS D-Mex here, and he's looking for the push here. The RMB comes through, the whole check. There is all his armor. As Pace is losing it all, there's a pitter-patter getting paired here. F1 invested, and as AS had to use that combo breaker, he gets caught to another swirl of the RMBs from it, gets another parry, and as Pace comes through here, picking up his first elimination into the board for the first round.
Nice strike coming through from PST here as we see an absolute massacre of different players all the way at the bottom section here, inside the center of Hall of Ceremonies here. What's going on? It's an absolute fiesta going down here. Yo, where's the steak? Hello? This ain't no party without some steak, okay? Meanwhile, GG Shaw looks like he got to get sent back in here. BB Cam is actually in a dangerous position here. Very, very low, as he's going to force the ulti to come out here. Going to try to see if maybe he can use it as a quick retreat here. Meanwhile, Akame and Fang is not letting him go that easily here. It looks like he's finally going to be able to use at least a little bit of some rotation here to help him keep moving, as he's able to pop some shield here, potentially. Waiting for one of the other players. Oh, a direct hit coming in straight towards Star. And it looks like he's going to hit him again towards that here, as BBE's Cam struggling to try to see if he can keep that same momentum to at least retreat out of here, but everybody smells it. He knows he's dangerously low. Doesn't have much shield on him, though. So everybody's just trying to chase to see if they can get that free elimination. The elimination is massive for that opportunity to really shut that out here, even with that amount of timing, just to be able to work towards it. BBE is trying to take the time here. Oh no, he ends up climbing through it. Actually ends up losing out on his blue focus just to try to see if he can get out and move just a little bit further here. It might not be enough here, as Cam trying to see if he can find one. It's not enough as he gets slammed, drammed, and clammed towards the ground here, as DRG's Fang is going to capture the elimination. Now right back towards it here. He's going to be able to go back for the reset here. Purple shield all the way through. C-Star, and he says, hey buddy, you might be the next free elimination here. Let's see how fast he can go, as GG Shaw ends up coming up out of nowhere here and does a few little pokes with the halberds. Got to be a little careful here with that. DRG might be able to find a little bit of some free space here as people start to retreat, maybe heading towards the next fight here. It does give him time here to reset and go for the next one. Meanwhile, a lot happening here in this center section here. Really, a lot of people actually ended up starting on the outskirts. So the fact that everybody decided to come in towards Plum Castle here, and they want all the smoke, every last one of them, they all want to fight this out here. This is exciting to see here, and this is why Last Chance Qualifiers is so fun.
Exactly. Yeah, I love LCQs because this is where like the players can make it coming through onto the board from their first 4 weeks of playing, and then having to earn themselves their keep from even playing all of those rounds. This is where the aggression is to be had. I think one thing we can also see in terms of this playstyle now into the new patch is, okay, what are these guys cooking up before they enter into pre-finals and then onto the grand finals itself? So kind of not showcasing as much as they would like to, but then they have to, right? They have to show what they kind of have up their sleeve to make it into the grand final. So if anything, it's going to have a trick up their sleeves, an ace card that's, you know, set into play, or even their worst hand that they work in their favor in some majority of cases. So that's where we're going to see this final pressure push coming through. Romy Yang spawning here in 30 seconds. A lot of players kind of working their ways towards it. Srogan and Cam1 from BBE are going to be going towards the Alter Tranquility type, while we do have Bowser's excellent pace over near to the Serpent's Pass and making sure they can acquire the Romy Yang spot. AS over to the Yushan Ruins is going to look towards his Spirit Well into the Yushan Ruins' village, so that way he can try to confirm some gear and to maybe walk through the portal, ensuring himself the close gap distance between other players. And Frostvis over by the Igneous Mound, keeping his poised position here with his Hong Sword, and he has a blue bow. He can confirm the headshot spam if he gets an LB uppercut. It'll be a great sight to see, but we're going to see if he enters here, and that's going to be the case. Him against DRG Fang. Both of these guys, purple armor, purple weapon for Frostvis, but the blue dagger signature for Fang, common dagger skin, you know, the common skin in general, that's his signature. And with Fang, he's going to go look for this high ground as Frostvis is looking to try to go ahead and catch those air shots and misses the grapple. The initiation comes through between both of these players. Frostvis with a common bow, going to be looking to try to hold a blue focus here, and you're going to see the crouch LMB coming out from Fang. There's dash attacks, and if you can see this beta coming out between both of them, Frostvis has to worry about whether or not he's going to look for the RMB. There it is. Another LMB. There it is. He catches a dash LMB, uppercut, grapple bump. No, he's going to look for the Rising Dragon coming through. And there's going to be a chance for the RMB. There's the V1 proc. Fang finds his F1 usage. There's a Clink number 1. A big delay from Fang to try to fade us out a Soul Break. It's not going to happen here as Frostvis doesn't take it. He's looking for the Scare Rush. He catches that Stagger. This is going to be a free freeze right then and there. There's going to be an RMB release, and Fang goes down as Frostvis comes out of the first Romy Yang as a victor, while Cam1 and BBE going to be going up against Bowser's Exen, as Exen still has ultimate available. Now, keep in mind, a Transformer versus Justina allows for 3-second freezes, but Exen is being poised about his ultimate usage here. Gets just a parry off of Cam1. The F1's invested. He dashes straight towards his opponent. There's the ultimate cast pushing back. He's looking for the jump LB, looking for the first dash. It misses. Exen looking to try to go ahead for the second dash here. If he looks for the opportunity for a parry, there'll be more opportune moments, but there's a parry coming out from Cam1. And as you can see, Exen is going to be losing a little bit more HP he's looking for. He's getting really close and tight, but he's going to be losing that second dash and getting to parry, initiates his crouch LB, keeps those staggers, and he comes out as the victor in the Romy Yang for round 1.
Absolutely nutty. Listen, Action, he shouldn't even be here. I mean, obviously because of his play style and just him putting himself in really tough situations here. Obviously, it's been an absolute struggle. So it's unfortunate to see him here in this situation. But Action is one of the best players, man. This guy is so good. I talk about it so heavily and so extensively. I am so eager to see how much he's able to keep this going here and what he can do to really make it pop in order to keep this game really alive here. But we'd love to see it continuously move forward here, as we still have a lot more to happen. We still have a lot more happening here. Frostvis is going to continue to rotate this out here. He's got that Vermilion's Birth Lights alongside Bauda and Wolves. And meanwhile, on the opposite side, the clock is ticking for DRG's Fang. 3 minutes left on the clock. He's got to find an elimination in order for him to keep his game alive in this game number 1. Definitely going to be a tough situation here, knowing that all of these players are pretty equal in their stats in terms of how they've been able to play. They're both their attack and their defense. Here's Cam on his second try. DDY. Trying to see if he can get some hits, though, with the pistol. Not enough here. Almost tries to capture the juggle. Not going to be able to do a whole lot here. Nice hits coming through here as he ends up sending Cam dangerously low here. And now Cam is now on the retreat as he finds the gray shield, at least something to replace it with for right now, though, knowing that he has Frostvis right behind him. And now he's got 2. He's gonna have to force the totem and immediately tries to see if maybe he can get inside of his ulti here. And as he does, he's able to. The question is, can he escape? He did this the first time and it wasn't good. Question is he gonna be successful the second? You know what they say, third time's a charm. Let's see if he might be able to here. Ooh, nice hit towards it, though. Ends up seeing Action and sends him back dangerously. Not enough, though, for at least 2 low here. As now he's right back into the face of Frostbits. He says, hey, your mech can't save you, buddy. Remember me? He ends up getting double team, triple team. This is not looking good for him. He's going to have to see if he can rotate this out. Ends up getting frozen. Let it go. Let it go. Sorry.
4K Blu-ray release.
Getting himself on the DVD there, caught out by Strogan of all people, right?
Oh, no.
That'd have been not scary.
Not looking good for Frostbits here. Oh! It's okay, though. He's got that vermilion, you know?
Mm-hmm. Insurance policy. You know, $600 a month. Crazy. I had to be careful, though, because Fang is now in a position here with the catching the horizontals. He is going to be target prio number 1 here. He does have Roaming Yang depletion. If the right opponent finds a Zipping Ying, they're going to be looking to try to lock that down. And you can see Fang is trying to look to the reset into the inside of the Aquila's crest, while Paste into the northeastern end, or north end of the Aquila's crest. This is going to be just going ahead and bucketing out here. But you got a minute under for Fang to find a Soul Bloom. And this is where a lot of majority of fights unknowingly, like, you know, unironically ends up happening, where these players are in a spot where there's so much verticality, and there's no way for a Roaming Yang, Yang depletion person to be in to not be able to catch somebody because they just keep scare rushing. But it looks like Exen is trying to extend out DRG's Fang, finds some of those RMBs, looking for try to go for the horizontal. It gets avoided, and Fang is going to be caught out here in a nice ravine pocket pick for those range shots. You can see GG shot looking for it with a pistol, and then there's the cannon shots coming out here from Exen. Or not from Exen, from Strogan. And you can see these shots are happening, and they're deleting Fang's armor. 20 seconds left. He can't find a Soul Bloom here. He might as well just look for himself outside of this position, because whether or not he's going up against Justina, he doesn't know. You can see the anger, the frustration. It's going to be made, because this is where he can't find himself a body into these fights, and he's going to have to leave himself through. It's a very tough position for him to be in. This is last chance qualifier. His first round has been now marked for himself.
Oh!
He can really earn himself in the
Who's
spot.
getting the kill, though? Oh, it's going to be AS. I was like, wait, hold on. Can I get a bid on the 250? 250? Can I get a 350? 350? Can I get a 450? 450? 700? Can I get a 700? 800? Can I get a 700? $900? I was sitting here like, yo, who's going to take the bidding on getting this free elimination? He's literally sitting there, standing there. Somebody's going to take it. Slashes, ends up catching a heal, and it's like, whoa, he's still alive here. And AS is able to catch a free one because of that. Listen, sometimes y'all gotta pay attention a little bit, just a little bit. You know?
Third elimination for him too. He's kill leader, so he really does put the lead onto the board. But right then and there, Strogan right behind Toe. We're going to see 6 players over to the Ignis Mount. Going to be making their way towards the Roaming Yang. Frostbits is already ahead of the curve. Over by the Ultra Tranquility, you can see CDY is making his way towards this. Of course, Frostbits getting himself onto this corner. Decides to just wait this out, trying to look for some last-minute supplies, I guess. But he decides not to take this Roaming Yang. I think he's just calculating the risk in terms of it, because if things come out towards a position of him having going up against a newer opponent, or rather a sustained character, he's going to have to really be careful about it. And considering Roaming Yang, you can't hold on to Soul Blooms for now, right? This is that post-season 12 patch. No Soul Blooms can be held. If you guys are back into the NBPL scene, you can't hold on to Soul Blooms outside the Roaming Yang any longer. So for these players, it really comes into that position. A person can win a free realm, and that could be the case. And Jui Shi, over by this northwest region, is going to be looking to really be in a tough spot. He's going to see a chance here, just try to get some heal back. But Roaming Yang fight happening between Frostbits as well as the CDY. Both of them have gold Hong swords. Both of them are very able-bodied characters. This is Hottie versus Justina, so this is where it could be to the benefit of Frostbits into the long run. But pistol shots from the sky, down below, confirms hits, gets parried, loses the Hong sword. You can actually see a double swaps coming in between both Frostbits. He's suffering from success, as I believe he had 2 ranged weapons, or 2 gold weapons just on standby, but he couldn't decide on switching them. At the right opportune moment, CDY gets caught to parry. You can see it into his inventory. He gets a successful timing there. We're going to see an ultimate coming out from CDY, early investment, but he is going to look for the level 3 charge for that burn. You're going to see it be successful. He could look for a parry off of blue focuses, but Frostbits is going to be looking for those freezes if it's coming through after CDY looks for this level 3 charge. But there it is. Gets caught out here. There's the RMBs, dash RMBs, and that's going to be Frostbits' elimination here for his second Roaming Yang victory into this round.
Frostbits is definitely getting that confidence that he needs in this moment here, as he's just been working a little bit better here. He's done a really good job over time, and I think he's really starting to find it. I think it's something that he absolutely needs here. Let's hope that he's able to at least keep that momentum here and really, really, really keep it moving. So far, it's been a lot happening over time. See if they can figure this out here. CDY and Frostbits is now going to be able to fight this one out here. Let's see if that confidence steadily comes through here. CDY is going to go through. Oh, beautiful jump parry connected from Frostbits here. Gonna be able to capture the connection here. Can he go for the blue focus? Sadly not. Waiting to see if maybe CDY is gonna come through with the strike here, and he does, absolutely, but not enough here, as Frostbits is gonna hit way more, way harder. CDY is going to try to see if he can fly this one out here. The question is he maybe going to be able to potentially connect this one? He's going to use this one towards the heels. Frostvus trying to see if he can connect his shots. Looks like he was able to connect one of them here. He has the ulti. He has this moment here. He's able to hit the headshot here. Goes for the freeze. Gets the elimination. Frosty takes it again. He says, yes, can I get some vanilla with that chocolate? Because my, oh my, I am a swirl today.
Pull out some sprinkles on top of that.
I meant Sunday. My bad.
He's looking for the triple scoop.
I was trying to make an ice cream reference. It almost worked. It was close. You guys get the
I guess you could say that joke was lactose intolerant.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Guys. See ya.
Tough call here, though. Aizen having himself into the snowy forest line. There are no more roaming Yang depletion players on the board. So right now, everyone's kind of in their own mindset of let's just hold on to the end. Now, the things could change, right? Valiant Challenger is active right now. Zhui Shi actually being the wielder of it for the Valiant Bounty. So if any players want to take the opportunity of just hunting him down, they could. However, right, you got to look for the third parties. Everyone's got to be careful about what's going to happen if you look for the kill, you're investing a lot into it. Someone like JL's AS looks for that snag bow shot, and then all of a sudden, all that worthwhile effort goes down in the dumpster. And then you just get caught out between other two players that just showed up here because they just saw the elimination, and they find you being, at your wit's end. So for everyone kind of working off of that end, it's just be smart about it. You don't want to pick a fight that you have to take offensively. Look for the defense. Now, remember, in Immortal War now, shops do have gear. Gold armors can be purchased if you have a sufficient gold supply or dark tide coins. You could also buy jades, but usually you're looking for that mitigation for the sake of just being able to survive, unless the jade is just perfect in synergized position for you and your ultimate. Like, for instances, Aurora Burst for Justina. If she had V1 in the case instances of having 3 dashes, she can get a guaranteed freeze after that silence and the knocks that the Aurora Burst does through. So if it did come down towards that, he would look for it. But Aizen's towing right behind. We can see the whole panning shot of Igneous Mound between the players looking for the high ground here. You can see Zhui Shi locking through here to the other side of Soroga, but he's just keeping his cool on the Wind Geyser. Frostbus and Aizen are a little bit too, a little too close, right? You're like, you go to the movie theater, you try to get to your seat, and then some guy just just has his legs out and you have to cross in front of it because you're just trying to watch the movie in IMAX 70 millimeter. And then he just doesn't want to move. And that's the case scenario. But just like an IMAX replay, we're going to take a look into the scene about this play coming out from CDY in the first round of Yang. Pace, catching the jump LMBs. You look for the horizontal here, and you can see the R&B's coming out here from Pace. Look at the charge of R&B. As you can see, CDY looking to try to go ahead and catch the R&B, but he gets parried as a result. Now, keep in mind here, Pace lost his fight. So if this comes out to CDY's benefit, we're gonna see a level 3 charge being charged out here. Zipping Ying versus Hottie. This is where the Hottie comes into play for those Romy Yang fights. You see another level 3 swing. Now this is gonna force Pace to use ultimate, but he's getting half the healing efficiency due to that burn. So while Pace is getting some heal back, as long as that burn is not active, he can get his full efficiency of the ultimate. But you can see CDY is putting the burns as much as he can. And there's another level 3 swing as he tries to look for a ledge grab until a scare rush wasn't successful. But Pace still into the game, has one elimination. CDY has already been eliminated, so this is up to Pace now to look for that 1-point conversion for multipliers and as well as a placement into the final seconds lobby for this game.
And so far here, I mean, the points are definitely going to be helpful over time here, especially with some of these play styles here. It's just Gigi Shaw looks like he wants to fight this, decides not to here. Doesn't want to go and land in that no ult zone here. As Frostovitz just continues to kind of teeter-totter inside, and he's like, come on, guys. Why don't you guys come in? It's a party in the bubble. It's very fun in here. Have a great time.
Listen to house music.
I know. Just that heavy, heartfelt beats music. Meanwhile, Frosty looks like he's got his bow out, trying to see maybe he can connect a shot here somewhere. So far, his connection shots from his bow has been pretty good so far. He's had some really lethal headshots. Maybe he's able to connect any more here overall, eh? Junshi got a decent stacked list of stuff. Nothing too insane with his armor, but he does have that purple on him. S-Rail definitely has a little mix. Got some purples. He's got a purple nunchucks on him as well. Nice little bit of a hit and glory here. Just in case someone tries something, he can really get real lethal around here. Definitely starting to be a little bit of the downtown here. 9 players left alive here as the circle's going to slowly start to clutch in here. Looks like everybody's just really taking their time here, not necessarily forcing any and everything. Ooh, looks like Junshi and S-Rail getting a little close here for comfort. Could have been a pistol. Ooh, cannon. Trying to see if they can connect something. Not really anything. Might be able to get themselves some loot, potentially. See if anybody's actually going to try to head for that at all. Timing here over time has been pretty decent. Slow down rate, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
I think with this one here, I feel like there's absolutely an opportunity for it. Is Junji gonna be the one to risk it for the biscuit here? Trying to stop maybe somebody from ending up coming in here, as he's gonna go through with the loot here. Is Esrael also trying to do the same thing here? Looks like we've had a group a group moment here. Everybody just wants to get a little bit of loot.
It's Goodwill, bro.
Wow.
Popping through. And look for the deals on the yard sale. Let me get that for 2. How about 150? Deal, all right? I think that we've seen this in the finals. We've seen this in finals day of week 4, where the players just took the opportunity to get into the spirit well just to grab anything that they can. And it's like they know exactly what they're earning for. They're looking for the end game, who can survive and outlast between the rest. Now, honestly enough, one very undermined aspect into these builds that you're also seeing is that the HP is at an all-time position, because when it comes into those final zones, just mitigating the zone damage, like just by a sliver, is all that you need to survive, right? And then in Holoroth, you're going up against Zipings. So if a Ziping has the HP to kind of restore herself, you're going to want to try to get some HP Js to how to do the same. Maybe 24%, which is 2 HP Js, or maybe 3, right? What's more than what's more than 360 health that you can work off with. But Moonbane being dropped here, final Moonbane into the lobby. All these players are split out. 9 players, 5.5 minutes left. And, some chatters are actually saying, between Frostfist and Aizen, the end game is going to be very brutal for the rest when it comes down to it, because considering both of those players are Justinas, if a massive R&B swing comes out, like for instance, Aizen has 2 golden pole swords in his pocket. If he finds any opportunity of catching a freeze and catching an R&B, that's going to be a deletion of the armor bar, period, for any enemies. But it really does come down to how he's going to want to place that, because as we saw even to week 1, we can see how pole swords can get parried out when you don't realize it at the last second, right? And that's just because of the animation frame. So for Aizen right now, keeping it cool and Cucumber here would be the play, but he's looking at GG Shaw as being offensive, quickly poking him and burning out his resources as possible, especially for F skills. Trying to catch his opponent in a position where he has no ability to get a dodge out here as a Zipping Ying, where any other opponents could take the opportunity of just shooting out range shots towards him. Focusing onto targets like that is kind of the play here. But Aizen getting caught to the RBs from the fan, being careful between JJH and Star, who's looking to get the high ground position, looks towards these walls and try to keep a close-minded position about avoiding those walls as well, because cannon shots are coming in here from the sideline from Railgun. And you can see these cannons are coming into really big value into these end games when there's so many buildings where you can end up hitting targets on top of the ledges or even to the rooftops. So that's where it really comes down here, Dobby, where these type of range games can just happen to work in your favor at big time.
See if they can still maintain it and really get it working overall and over time as AS, trying to see if maybe they can hold something here, trying to see if maybe they connect something with it, but it looks like they're able to find a little bit of nothing. Let's see if anything is going to connect. Oh, it looks like somebody actually connects on him. Looks like that's going to be JJ Star up top. Circle slowly starting to close in here. This is looking pretty good here. It looks like this might be in the center section here of this little canyon area. It looks like everybody's going to be forced outside of these buildings here, which is going to be good, because then that means that scaling all the way up top, we might see some high-flying action here. Is Action getting caught. Oh, down low. Here comes PST. GG Shaw wanted to get a little bit of some eatings as well here. He wants to eat. He's hungry. GG Shaw said, "Arr!" Inside of that and bites the burger in half here as Action actually ends up getting caught off that outside. And that's exactly the thing that I'm talking about here. Action playing at such a veteran level and really being able to see what's happening around him, but still ends up getting caught in these tough situations here where he really ends up just absolutely losing out because one of these players starts to get a little bit of gets antsy. 2 others get antsy, and all of a sudden he's caught in a corner he had no business being in. That's kind of the tough section when it comes to a player like that here. But 2 eliminations, 8.7. He's still in top 3 here, but let's see what happens here as we're slowly going to start to move that graph up and down for some of these players. As the more players that stay alive, the better. Now, the healing coming through from Akame, knowing that right on top of him is Frostivus. Right, just a little bit over that. All he has to do is look. And you can see him here. Meanwhile, PST down at the bottom. Stars on floor 2. Shaw's on floor 3. And it looks like Esrael and Junshi is holding each section corner of this rooftop. Just waiting for anybody to just try something. I wish you would. I wish you would. Just push on me. See what happens. I don't think anybody's really going to be able to have that too for the benefit of it. But let's see if they can still keep that momentum here as It looks like S-Rail all the way shooting it down, trying to see if they can get some decent hits there from the cannon. It doesn't look like nothing's really connecting here, and it looks like it's actually going to move towards the front of this building here. This is going to be a different fight here. Definitely going to be playing a little bit vertical. Doesn't necessarily need to, but it'll be fun to see if anything really connects off of this here, or if anybody's going to risk anything towards this. Meanwhile, S-Rail and Junshi really do have the best place they can, because all they really have to do is just absolutely use their weapons and just shoot all the way down here, especially for the players that might be exposed. But depending on where the circle actually takes them, whether or not it forces them outside of this building or whether or not it actually forces them in, looks like somebody's going home. Somebody's got to walk through that door.
You can take the bus. Guess what?
Somehow,
No bus fare.
I mean, listen, the bus fare is it's cheap. You know, it's not too bad. You know, about a good dollar now. You know, sadly, inflation. You know, usually it was like 50 cents, but now with now bus fare is about $1.19. You know, plus tax is probably like $1.25. You're like, wait a minute, what? That was for a good meal. I could have went to. You know, hey, don't matter. You want to get there? And thank you, appreciate you. Anyway, circle slowly closing in here, and it looks like they're going to be forced towards the center. So it looks like this building is going to be obsolete for some of these, but it looks like this corner section all the way up top is going to be very, very helpful for them. Could end up coming up to a little bit of a heel stretch here. I mean, with a lot of Z-pings here, it looks like they don't really have to worry about too much, but PST ends up saying hello to GG Shaw here. Inside of this section here, circle slowly closes in here. Now it's all about fighting. Who's going to be the one that connects it? One of them tries to land here. Frostive is trying to lose towards this here. Junshi and AS popping the heels, trying to see, and everybody starts to scatter. It immediately comes through here as it stops to come through with free eliminations. AS is able to catch at least 2. Star catches 1. S-Rail catches 2. AS gets eliminated from that bunch. AS is able to at least walk through here.